Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're here for some Dungeon of the Mad Mage with Braylif and Coffee Lich. How are you two doing today?
Doing good.
Lady.
Good to hear. Last time, which was, I believe... Oh my gosh, I just closed my notes. So sad. Let me pull those back up for myself. Would anyone like to recap what happened last time?
Yeah. What happened last time?
Well, we started
Quinn,
off...
would you like to recap?
we started off with shopping, I believe. Welcome in, Reese. We're about to recap what happened last time on Dungeon of the Sad Sage. We missed you too. Also, someone that we would miss is Spider Daddy, who we started off last session with. There were a lot of things for sale. We had about 600 gold worth of store credit. The things that we could have bought included like a potion of healing, bag of holding, which I believe we did not get this time because actually could we even afford? Oh, we could have afforded it, but it would have drained all our savings. So there were some drafts of fortitude that we bought and drank. Oh, you identified the thing on your sword, the Blinder's Boon. Can one of you explain what happens with that sword again, real quick?
Oh yeah. Well, for starters, it was an axe. And let's see, what are the notes I have? For starters, it came with a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls to help Silly Pickles stay a little bit more competitive when she's attacking. And secondary benefit, if the character with that ability directs all of their attacks from their attack action to a single enemy for 2 consecutive rounds, they will gain advantage on all future attacks made against that target, with that advantage ending only if they attack a different target. The idea being that if you guys are fighting a really big enemy, Silly Pickles has a way to like kind of focus fire down, but not in a way that's like instantly useful or powerful. So yeah, Silly Pickles' new ability. I think it came up for 1 attack last time. It's not really a power intended to help like constantly. That's what the +1 attack bonus is for.
Yeah.
So, if you want, I could take over the.
I'll keep going with it.
Okay.
So we purchased a hooded lantern and a potion of healing. And then we went back to the places that we had frequented before. We found a wooden trunk with painted pictures on it, an intact disguise kit that contained a small selection of theater costumes and props, although there were chips of wood about the costumes. Some of the places we also came across, in this particular room there was a long stone table with 6 chairs. I guess in one of these rooms there's a long stone table with 6 chairs. I believe that's where the not vampires were, the cosplayers were, that we defeated. There were many disguise kits among them, 3 backpacks with 11 days worth of rations to start. But then Daffodil Silly Pickles. What did you do with one of the reactions? Why do I have here -1 day of rations thanks to Daffodil? That's what's in my bone notes.
I had one of the. I reanimated one of the corpses and had it eat some rations to see if she could taste it. It didn't work.
Right. Okay. Hopefully we won't need that later. But yeah, 2 glowing oil lanterns. Right after we bought the hooded lantern, we came across 2 glowing oil lanterns, which is a theme that happened later on as well. We found life-sized granite statues of warriors in a room where the ceiling was like 20 feet high and arched and lightly obscured by thick webs up above. Wow, I feel like I need to take better notes. Oh, the statues of the warriors had nameplates worn away by time, erosion, or willful vandalism. There was a glowing green ethereal eye floating in one of the random rooms that Dolce found, and by the time Daffodil Silly Pickles came back around, it was gone. We found a body face down next to a scimitar, light crossbow, and money pouch. A body of someone who died from spider bites. It was like in that little... leading up to the hallway we are in now. What a way to go. Very gross. It sucks to be him. But we did pick up the scimitar, which I think is finesse, right? I completely forgot about the scimitar. I should consider putting that into the arsenal. And a small empty leather pouch that totally had at least one spider on it. And then we came across a rusty pile of old discarded armor, rusted beyond usefulness, but one of the fingers on one of the gauntlets was twitching in our direction. It's plate mail armor. Would have been nice if it weren't rusted beyond usefulness. And the last room we went in before we opened the room with the 640 skulls had a green copper helm with a protective visor lying on the ground draped with cobwebs. Dolce put it on, sat on the slender throne on a marble vizier that was made out of green copper and also covered with cobwebs. And to her knowledge, nothing bad happened to her, although something did pop down from the ceiling. What was it that came down from the ceiling?
A second Wand of
A
Secrets.
second Wand of Secrets after we had just bought one.
To be fair, you wouldn't have found them if you didn't have the false
Wand of Secrets, yes, very true.
And now we have two. Does the current one... Did the first one... Did we use its last charge?
Yep.
Alright, so I guess now we got three more.
All right. Okay. And then we went back to that room that is on the map that I'm about to show to everyone right here. We opened this room and 640 skulls, you know, by my count, you know, I'm a bit of a math whiz myself, came out and are probably still pouring out of this room to this day now that we're back. And that's all I've got.
Yeah, the hallway is difficult terrain at this point with how many skulls have flooded into it. Oh yeah, one final bit. These guys hit level 6 at the end of the last session. As well. So they're going to be a little bit better at what they do now.
Yes.
You know, again.
Yeah. Good at the killing. And also social encounters that involve killing. Yeah.
All 0 social encounters and all encounters that involve killing, which is all of them. You just haven't hit the killing parts yet with the NPCs.
Technically, we didn't kill. Let me scroll up and see this person's name. Kellum. We did not kill Kellum. We just willfully left him to be the snack that he so rightfully is.
There were many.
That's one way of putting that.
There were many pieces of media that have gone on record to say that intentionally leaving someone to die is equivalent to killing them.
Now.
That's a philosophical debate for another time.
Lion King.
That's a philosophical debate best left to Xeno Warrior Princess Season 2. If you know, you know.
I don't know yet, but one day. I just see a lot of gifs on Tumblr.
Man, that show's so good.
Nice.
That show has very rapidly become just one of my favorite shows.
Well, yeah, what year did that come out again?
Good question.
Oh, you're checking that. Welcome in, Stuckham. Good to see you.
Hey, welcome back.
We're just here talking about whether or not the person that we left wrapped up in all those spider webs to serve as a meal for our spider daddy, if that counts as a murder, right? That's what we're discussing. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right over under on the situation.
More or less, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Original release 1995.
Don't worry, the spider's not around. At least we have no need to purchase anything or sell anything yet, right? I don't think there's anything we need identified. We'll see. We'll see how the night progresses here. But I believe last time we did check out this room, right? We like, did we?
You guys are standing in front of the cubicle of skulls.
Okay. Dolce will do the right thing. Not save that guy who was wrapped up in the spider webs on that other room, but she will attempt to wade into the room full of skulls to get a better look at what's going on in here.
Okay. You wade into the room full of skulls, and you'll never believe what you find in there.
Mm-hmm.
You find that you cannot enter the room full of skulls because the room is full of skulls.
I see. Okay.
The room might in fact contain a portal to the skull dimension.
If only skulls were
Plane of
flammable.
The plane of eternal skulls.
Yeah, everyone talks about the elemental planes, but they don't talk about the one of eternal skulls. It's where
New enemy type, Skull Elemental.
Skull Elemental, yeah.
Skull Elemental, or Skull-Elemental for short. BLB homebrewing monster. Session's cancelled. I gotta focus on this.
Yeah, pressing matters at stake. Okay, well, if this room is traversable by Dolce, who is made out of meat, unless Daffodil, who is not made of meat, would like to explore the room, I'm probably gonna start heading back north. Oh, we do have this Wand of Secrets.
Which we used like here-ish. So probably would have
detected something.
Granted, it only points to the closest secret door. So if you are next to two of them, it will point to only one of them, and it will still use the charge. In the interest of not forcing you guys to melt all three charges of your second Wand of Secrets, I will tell you that you have found the secret door in this area.
Awesome, thank you.
Yay!
It's the little things that add up to good or bad pacing.
All right, well then I guess we'll head back north.
Okie doke.
So thanks for the lurk. You know, I was trying really hard to come up with a title and a notification for the stream, and I was trying really hard not to go with the classic. There's something about the phrase, like, no head, and then the fact that there are like 640 skulls there. I'm like, there has to be something I can say. But then I gave up. I like this title, for the record.
I enjoy it.
Oh no. All right, we're back at the Rust Armor. Do we feel like it has moved at all since last time we were here? Approximately, I don't know, like 8 minutes ago in game.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's been, yeah, whatever. 8 minutes sounds good enough. No, it does not look like it has moved at all.
Okay.
And before you ask, Braylif, no, I do not think that this would be a usable suit of armor, I'm afraid.
I was gonna try it.
I just didn't want you to get your hopes up.
I already did.
Well, that's on you then.
Yeah, I said in the recap it was rusted beyond usefulness. But, yeah, unless you're interested in anything else in this corridor, I'm down to keep going. There were many doors on this right side that we wanted to check out after we self-defense defeated those people in this hall. Yeah.
Self-defense sprinted down this hall to bludgeon the man to death.
I exploded one with my sword.
I made one trip onto his sword.
Self-defense, of course.
Of course.
We are the heroes here.
Wait, I forgot. Have you all played River City Girls? I mean, it does sound like something that Braylip would have at least played.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
I wanna. At this very second, I am going to Steam to put River City Girls 1 and 2 on my wish list.
Yes.
And, oh my god, I didn't realize they were this expensive.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, hopefully it goes on sale for you soon. It would be perfect for you two because you're physically proximate to each other. You can, because there's couch co-op, but there's no online co-op. The reason,
That is a very weird combination in this day and age.
yeah, these days. But the reason why I bring it up is because some of the enemies you can fight in the game are cops, and so someone that I would watch play every time that he would attack the cop characters, he'd be like, "Police brutality." Call an ambulance, but not for me, and like all that good stuff when attacking the bad cop characters. But that game looks so cute and fun. It's great. Hashtag not sponsored. But hey, if you're way forward, if you're listening, please feel free to sponsor us for any any Shantae, any
I'd love to
River City
sponsor
Girls.
my way forward.
Yeah, yes, please. We love your games. We love you. As homies, sponsor us. Yeah. All right. Now that plug is over, which door do you want to check out? The one up here up north? Do we want to go down to the southern one and check out around the hallway, or do we want to open the big, definitely not suspicious double doors over there at the end?
Let's try these ones here first.
Which ones? I'll just follow you. Don't you have higher passive perception? Yeah, I'll follow you.
Let's see. Alright, well, guess I'll, out of caution, float a few feet back and open the door with Mage Hand, assuming it's light enough.
Oh, you're opening this one? Okay. Unfortunate. That's the one I was still reading about.
Ah, I've been there. I feel that. Dolce will slowly walk into this hallway.
Come upon an empty room.
Whoa.
Pretty zigzaggy.
I lied. The room is not empty. It contains a hallway.
Oh no. Scariest thing ever.
The hallway also contains a hallway.
I rest my case.
See? The hallway itself is actually sloping downwards as you float across it.
We found the thing to the second floor. Whoa.
Dear God, we found the stairs.
Well, this means if this is the correct direction, we should backtrack anyway. Whoa.
Now I'll need you to hold still and give me a moment.
Okay. Totally not suspicious object in the room, or creature. Probably an object. Perhaps a statue. Perhaps a statue to me.
It is a statue. It is not a statue of you, though.
Damn it. All right, everyone, time to plug the throne in that I definitely have. Be sure to click on my throne website and buy me things. Yep. Oh, and for those who don't know, Throne is a website where you can buy things for your streamers. What they'll do is they'll get like a little wish list going on. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, oh, sorry, it was It was a joke. I don't have a throne. But other streamers who are well established will have a throne, and they will put things that they want, like, you know, like a new mouse pad, right? Or new headphones, or maybe some clothes for them to wear. This sounds really weird. I know what it sounds like. But yeah, it's just for people to like, but to help fund things. Like maybe I want a new SSD, or a streamer wants a new SSD. So yeah, it's good for stuff like that. You know, if you want to support the streamer, but like Twitch takes half of everything you send their way, basically. So like a subscription, right, is around like $5 to $6. Twitch will take half of that and then give half to the streamer, and won't even give any to the streamer unless you reach $100 worth saved up. Then they'll release the funds to you. So if someone like donates $20 to you, you don't get access to that until you have at least 100 saved up. Fun facts with Lightning.
Almost ready, I promise.
Okay, all good. That means I get to spiel a little bit more. So yes, Throne legitimately, it can be good for people who, like streamers, if they need additional equipment. Things like, I know that people have used a lot for, again, I've mentioned like the headphones before, like a better microphone, a stream deck, because they usually come in like two different varieties, the one with the less buttons and the one with more buttons. For those of you who don't know, a stream deck allows you to like press buttons on it. Like think of it like a little dashboard, like a physical dashboard somewhere on your desk. You can press it and certain stream functions will come up. Maybe you can swap between scenes. Like I have to manually go into OBS. Oh, 3 types. Let me know what the other third type is. Like basically I have to manually go into OBS and swap scenes when we go do the be right back screen, the welcome screen, the ending soon screen, all that stuff. But us having a stream deck allows you to kind of like simplify a lot of that. All you have to do is push a button and maybe you can shout someone out or do an alert or something. Six buttons, 15 and then 20. I see. So that's like one of the common things I see on people's thrones. Yep, good times. Yep, they sell them places. Best Buy. Other places I can't think of right now. It's not just for streams, it's for anything really. Nice. Yeah, actually, it would be good to get that just in general. It would be kind of convenient to have those buttons. Like those extra buttons that aren't like on a keyboard. Because I know some people do use a keyboard, especially for example, when you have a VTuber model to like do toggles, to switch models, stuff like that. It's just convenient to have those extra buttons for your AutoCAD and editing software. Oh, nice. Using it for work. That's cool.
I am ready.
All right, back to you then.
Okay. So, you step into the room. The floor in the hallway has been sloping steadily downwards until you reach the room that you are now looking into. At which point it tapers off. The floor is now level. The walls in the room go up about 15 feet, at which point they carve into a dome, which goes up another 15 feet. So the ceiling of this room at the peak of the dome is about 30 feet high. At the top of the walls, there is a pool of acid floating in the air. Very occasionally, a single drop dripping down onto the floor below. Very occasionally, not really a hazard, just there to let you know what you're dealing with. In the middle of the room stands a statue of a 4-armed fishman. He faces to the north, and in his hand he holds... Oh wait, what the hell was this? A 1-foot square stone box.
Ooh. Well, that's practically irresistible. If I mean the box or if I mean the fishman, that's a very good question. Dolce has asked me to ask you as the DM, is the fishman attractive?
Depends on how much of a fish fucker you are.
Let me ask
Tell me,
Dolce.
Lightning, how much of a fish fucker are you?
All right, let me tell you. You all are familiar with The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch, correct?
10 out of 10 fish fucker. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah, the fish man is very attractive to you, Paul Vault.
No. Okay, so before I played the game, I was like, all right, who's this Sidon guy everyone's talking about? He's just okay. And then I met him in game, and I was like, oh, you're a friendly guy. I am enjoying my time with you.
By awakening.
And then I will, yeah, I'm not gonna mention how the last amiibo I bought was Mifa. Came in just a few weeks ago. I am not a fish enthusiast. Dolce, however, probably is. So I'll just throw her under the bus.
You just give us this entire backstory for how like you discovered your fish kink, and then all of a sudden you're just like, nah, that ain't me.
That's not
my
me.
D&D my self-insert D&D character though.
Yeah, so I control and pilot and pretty much say everything for. Yeah, I'm not. She is. She like inherited from me, but then I lost it when she inherited it from me. Yeah, so I'm not. Perhaps in the past, but not anymore. Those days are behind me.
Of course.
Of course. But yeah, she's interested in the box that he's holding. But
Alright.
Dolce will ask Daffodil, hey, well, first of all, will that hurt you? And she points up to the pool of acid that's floating up in above the room.
Probably a little, yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you think you could open that box?
It might be too heavy, but I can try. And Silly Pickles will attempt to open the stone box.
Yeah, if it's stone, I bet Dolce is gonna have to get in there.
The stone box is locked.
The stone box is locked.
Okay, well, Dolce kind of like pulls her sleeves up. She doesn't have sleeves really. She does the sleeve motion.
We have a stone key.
Oh. Well, yeah, maybe if we hit the box with the stone key, you know how like people will use diamonds to carve other diamonds? Perhaps we can break the box open. She smiles.
Silly
Why
Pickles
not?
will use mage. Is there a keyhole on it?
We're not cavemen, SpongeBob. We have technology. There is a keyhole on the box. You know, you're gonna have to. Okay, if you want details like that, you're gonna have to like be in the room with the thing.
No. Alright.
This isn't anime. You don't get to like look 5 miles off into the distance where you literally can't even see a person, and then you can like read their lips or hear what they're saying.
Sense of presence. Wow.
Oh my god, he's using that technique, and then you see the person's perspective, and it's like you can't even. They're in a different state.
They're not even
You're not
paying
in the
attention.
You're not even in the same show anymore, asshole. Anyway, yes, there is a keyhole on the box.
Then Silly Pickles will use Mage Hand to insert the stone key we found into it and turn it.
The box opens.
Oh.
What's inside?
A withered humanoid heart.
That's
Still
metal.
beats
Oh my god.
slowly and weakly.
Oh god.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen
Well,
parts.
I guess you should hang on to this.
Oh, hang on to what? What is it?
It gives off a very faint magical feeling.
I should hang on to this. I don't know.
Oh god.
She
are you
will
gonna have a
levitate it
sword?
out of. She'll levitate the still beating heart out of the box.
Christ, Daffodil, is that a human heart?
No,
Oh, okay, carry on then.
it's a humanoid heart, though.
Sorry. All right, that is my bad. That is just like when I was like, "Hey, what's Braylif's moral alignment?" Well, that's on me.
You know, I'm gonna say we should probably get this identified before I just try to absorb it.
You were gonna try to absorb that heart?
Yeah, I mean, it seems magical.
Wait, does that mean if we come across a magical body, you can absorb the body?
I don't know. I've never tried.
You know, one of you guys has a magical body.
Oh, who would that be? Dolce thinks. Wait, oh, you could permanently. So you know, both Dolces have been going back and forth, like, oh, who is gonna get permanent control of this body? But then, never would they have thought it's Daffodil Silly Pickles. The end of this campaign is just gonna be Braylif using your character. You're gonna use Daffodil Silly Pickles, take over my character's body, pushing both consciousnesses out of the running. And yep, that's how you yoink my OC. Now she's yours.
That'd be a honestly kind of funny way for this campaign to end. It's just like there's 3 people in this body, but it's all stuck here now. No one that was intended to pilot this body is the one who's in control now. It's all fucking Looney Tunes ghost.
I like to imagine that one of the Dolces was being so like petty that is like, well, if I can't pilot this body, then you can't either. And then question mark profit for Daffodil Silly Pickles.
I cast level 9 fireball centered on my own chest. I willingly fail the save. You do that? You can willingly fail those saves, right?
Rules is written, not unless the effect specifies that you can.
Ah.
It's a weird thought. And you intentionally stand still when someone casts fireball, and it's like you're standing perfectly still. You're intentionally trying to like commit suicide by mage, and then like your body just unintentionally and like automatically dodges it perfectly.
Yeah, the smoke clears and you're perfectly intact.
Reflexes, I guess.
Standing inside the entire blast radius of a fireball while I'm playing as a monk and I have evasion. I pass the save and I take no damage. Like, what's the intention there? Did you jump over it? Jump 21 feet into the air.
21 Jump Street.
All right, I'll place the heart inside Blockhead for now. We'll see if it turns him into a real boy or something.
Okay.
Oh god.
Add withered heart to your inventory.
Still beating humanoid withered heart.
In its defense, it's only weakly beating.
Ooh, maybe it will beat stronger when we get near something of interest. Perhaps treasure. Perhaps its body. Perhaps the Mad Mage.
You can use it to chat with an NPC, just like in fucking Dishonored. I play Dishonored too.
I want to play the Dishonored games.
Dishonored 1 took a tone at the end there that makes perfect sense, but I somehow was kind of... It's not necessarily that I didn't see it coming, it was that I was hoping it wouldn't go down that route, because by the time it got to that twist, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the game to be done, and then it was like, surprise, asshole, you've got another 4 hours of gameplay, and then I just stopped playing the game.
Ah.
Like, I told you I was ready to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have, to this day, not beaten the game.
Yeah. There's something like with pacing that's kind of like that. I just can't remember what it is right now, but I know the feel.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys wanted to do in here?
Unless we want to use like the Wand of Secrets.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to solve those, you are allowed to just invest.
Oh yeah, invest. Yeah, I was just thinking we should do that first. Right. I will perceptigate the room.
Dolce will do whatever is appropriate. Let me check her sheet. She will perceptivestigate the room. That's a word, right? Sheets.
All right. Well, I think we've cleaned this place out.
Wow, there's acid up here, Daffodil. Did you see this?
No.
Oh right, you don't have eyes.
Jesus Christ, there's acid in the ceiling of that room? That's so messed up.
Yeah, who would
Anyway.
design a dungeon like this? Dolce and I both look at the camera, hoping to make eye contact with the Mad Mage.
Yeah, what is this? This place is really dangerous. Someone could get hurt. What's with all the acid up there? God.
Oh, we should get out of here.
Gotta report this to OSHA. These guys are gonna have so many fines.
Yeah, I love breaking the fourth wall. I know that there's some media that they break the fourth wall too much, but I love a good fourth wall break.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Speaking of, I'm very excited for the new Spider-Verse movie. Saw another trailer.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Verse. First one's one of my favorite movies.
Me too.
So I guess we're not using the Wander Secrets in this room.
Oh, right, because sorry, I was so disheartened by our poor perception checks. Yeah, you can use the Wand of Secrets in there.
Disheartened.
Aha! I didn't even intend that. Yeah, the second trailer, or not the second trailer, the trailer for the second movie has me pretty excited. Yeah, the first movie and like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish are like top 5 movies for me. I'm pretty sure.
Alright, so you use the Wand of Secrets?
Yes, Dolce will hold the Wand of Secrets up high, like Star Wars, I guess, and she'll utter the command word.
You want 5 weights and points in this direction.
Ooh, good thinking, Daffodil. Dolce will run up, jump, and kick this wall, kind of like in some Sokka from. There's some media I can't think of where someone like runs, jumps, kicks the wall, and then they fall down.
Yeah, that's Sokka, and he's trying to kick in the
The door.
doors to the Earth King's throne room.
Yes, thank you.
Well, congratulations, you did find the secret door. Unfortunately, it opens outwards, so you do crash. Straight into the door, confirming its presence and also holding your ankle a little bit.
Ow. Hey, Daffodil, I found a door.
Wow. Good investigating, Dolce.
Thank you. She looks at the Wand of Secrets, which did all the work, and then she tucks it away.
Of course.
But
You're
then,
gonna open the door
yeah,
after that.
right. Thank you for reminding me. Dolce and I are just standing here like, all right, we did it. We found the door. Oh, we should
Anyway,
open
let's go back into the hallway.
You open the door, and it is an empty room, save for another
Aye.
solitary green floating eye staring directly at you when you open the door.
Daffodil, quick, come here. I'll try to get Daffodil to look at the eye, but I assume it might have disappeared. What's the
The
situation?
eye does, in fact, disappear
Damn it.
as Daffodil approaches. Once again, Silly Pickles, your partner has called you over to look at yet another empty closet.
Wow, another closet.
No, there was the eye there. I'm not crazy, I swear. I know what you're thinking. She points at her head, and she, like, looks up.
Okay, what am I thinking?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, I'm not crazy. There was an eye there, just like in that other room, just south of here.
Oh, okay. I wonder what that means.
I swear that old guy's creeping on us. He's watching us.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess we should probably assume that he knows where we are.
Well, he won't once I leave this room, but maybe I should look in here first. And Dolce will attempt to step into the room and take a closer look and see what's going on in here.
It's a pretty basic, empty closet. once upon a time there might have been some supplies in here because there is one corner of the room that has a little bit less dust on the floor than the other parts, but that's about all you could surmise from this one.
Wow, there might have been supplies in here, judging by this corner of the room, which has a little bit less dust than the other ones, Dolce will call over to Daffodil.
Huh. But not anymore.
Just imagine as soon as she's done saying that, she just puts the script away.
She's like, oh, the camera wasn't supposed to be on me yet. She, like, feigns innocence. What's going on? Just me being cute.
Dolce is just holding a copy of is just holding a hardcover cover copy of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign book.
Daffodil, do you want to check this place out? Dolce will
Yeah, I
step
can
out of
try.
the room. Yeah, while you're doing this role, Stockholm, if you have not seen the first Into the Spider-Verse, I extremely recommend it. It's really good.
Nope.
Just, I love the, it's not verbal, it's just the textual, it's like just typing in chat now.
Didn't want to unmute myself. Silly Pickles is fucked off. She does not care about this room anymore. I've never seen Braylif move so quickly.
Alright, well, I guess we're done in here.
Yeah, so there's a four-armed fishman statue holding the box that we found the beating heart in, and there's acid. There's like a floating pool of acid on the ceiling that's dripping acid very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And where's the acid landing?
On the floor.
Oh yeah. Does the floor appear to be corroded?
Nope.
Silly Pickles will fling a copper piece into the pool of acid.
Thanks, I was kind of curious. I was like, is there a rock or something I can throw up there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The copper piece flies up into the pool of acid, and then physics happens. Its ascent slows, and then it slowly falls back down the other side. Very much melted a lot. It's not like been completely destroyed, but it's very clearly corroded.
Let's see.
Make sure to remove one copper piece from your inventory.
I did. Wonder if we
Duplication glitch.
wonder if we take something more substantial. If there's like maybe something inside the acid that we could push out. That's just a guess.
Well, technically, I feel like the Wand of Secrets might have... Well, it's 30 feet up, so never mind.
It's also not really necessarily a secret door or passageway.
Yeah, the Wand of Secrets does only show you secret doors.
Oh.
It doesn't just reveal secrets in general.
Okay.
That would be a lot harder to make into a magic item, honestly. It would probably be more practical. It would probably be more, like, realistic. But, yeah.
I think that'd be pretty amusing. You like hold the Wand of Secrets up. He's like, you are in an affair. How did you know that? This is the Wand of Secrets.
Society just collapses.
Well, if you want to throw something...
A husband asks his wife if this suit makes his butt look big. His wife says yes, and then the Wand of Secrets vibrates. Three months later, in couples counseling.
I don't have too many like large items on me as per the nature of my character. What do you have?
I've got this ass right here, smack. I'm sorry, I don't... That's not in character for either of us.
That's more than 10 pounds. I can't fling that.
Let me look at what I have.
If you got a butt that is on its own more than 10 pounds, that is. How do you walk? That just sounds exhausting.
Oh, I got a crowbar. We probably don't want to waste the crowbar.
Yeah, let's just throw. What if we throw our potions of healing into the pool of acid? What'll happen then?
If it's mundane acid, it won't do anything because mundane acid doesn't go through glass.
What about the cork and the top of the bottle, jackass?
Well, that would kind of have the same problem, wouldn't it? Because like then any vial of acid would eventually just run through its own vial and spill out everywhere. And
All right, here's what I've got. Green copper helm with a protective visor. Wait, did we take that with us?
I don't know.
pretty
I
sure,
don't-
yeah.
I don't think you did. It
Mm.
didn't sound like you did.
I mean, if it's in your inventory, I would assume so.
yeah, if you added it to your inventory, then yeah, you took it.
Because I know I put it on. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I thought I remembered you taking it off
Okay,
and
cool.
just kind of tossing it tossing it back onto the throne. But
Well, I think I
if you
would've-
added it to your inventory, then it's yours to keep.
Okay. I'm like looking through. I have a small empty leather pouch. A scimitar.
Is it a scimitar dex weapon? Or
It is. Or a finesse. I believe so, yes. Do either of those pique your interest as far as things to fling up there are?
Yeah, the scimitar would work.
Okay. Well,
Shit.
shit.
A finesse weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
I was gonna say, like,
hold on.
that's up to you.
Now, granted, it's not like you have the ability to remove your magical longsword, but
What about a torch? No?
Yeah, we could try that.
Alright. Dolce will deplete the torch from her character sheet, quickly hide the character sheet when she realizes the camera is on her, and hand you a torch.
Hey.
love that.
Well, handing Silly Pickles the torch is pretty silly because she doesn't physically hold it.
Oh,
but
Dolce will put it
you'll
on the ground, and she'll like
There you
back
go.
up like you're a pet.
firmly grasp it in your hand.
Shoves the torch through Silly Pickle's ethereal face.
Hey, can you feel this?
You take one damage.
Round it down to 0.
Fine, you take 2 damage then, asshole.
Wow, my strength score
Take
went up.
1
Nice.
force damage. You take 1 force damage.
All right, but yeah, she'll
So-
set it down.
Yeah, Silly Pickles will use Mage Hand to just kind of push the torch into the pool of acid and just kind of move it around and see if it bumps into anything in there.
There's some resistance as it's moving through the bottle. Eventually, that resistance does kind of go away, and a couple of seconds later, you realize it is because the part of the torch that is in the acid has melted away completely.
Can I try and target whatever in there with Mage Hand and try and move it?
No.
Hmm.
You need to be able to see anything, and also you're making some bold-ass assumptions that
True.
there is something in the acid.
I am.
Regardless, you would still need to be able to actually know a thing is there, bare minimum, to be able to grab it with Mage Hand. You don't exactly get the tactile response of being able to, like, feel around in the dark, you know?
No, but I could just push the hand forward. But yeah, alright. I guess we're probably done here then. Unless you have any ideas.
Dolce has no further ideas.
Unless you just want to try and wait, no, it's 30 feet up. You can't reach into it. DM is shaking their head at me as if to imply that we're missing something obvious.
Stone.
Yes,
everyone-
and also no.
Everyone knows stone is immune to acid.
Oh yeah, the stone on the floor is immune to the acid. Yeah, all right.
What is this statue made out of?
Stone.
Am I capable of
No.
moving or rotating? Okay.
And I assume the stone block is also more than 10 pounds.
The stone box. Not necessarily. I don't think the stone. It doesn't say how heavy the box is.
Well, for the sake of convenience, we could say it's less than 10 pounds.
Go.
All right. Then I will levitate the box, and
No, you don't. Sorry, the box is stuck through the statue.
yeah, that's fair enough.
If you want to dislodge the box from the statue, that would require a strength check.
Well, I can't really do that,
Nope, sure can't.
but Dolce could, and with our crowbar that we haven't ruined yet, that could make it easier.
You look over, you see Dolce's actually really like she's about to put the crowbar into the pool of acid as she's standing atop the statue. She's like, huh? Oh, yeah, we can do something. So she'll come down and assist Daffodil with whatever.
The
needs
DM
assistance.
is miming committing suicide in various manners, so I'm not sure they agree with what we're doing here, but we're going to do it anyway.
Okay, absolutely, go for it.
All right, sorry. What are we flinging up there? What do you need me to do with the crowbar?
Try to dislodge the stone box from
Yeah,
statues.
out of
I
his
can move it.
arms, right? So I can be in the arms and be hugged. Yes. All right, let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay,
Do
give
that.
me an athletics check at advantage.
Ooh, wait, me? Okay.
Yes, you.
All right.
Silly Pickles can't do that.
Yeah, the
Not-
double check.
She doesn't have hands.
All right. Well, I'm excited to field for the very, very first time Dolce's +4 athletics check, as she now has a strength of 12. Ooh.
You fail. Sorry. You unfortunately are not capable of dislodging the stone box from the solid grip of the stone fishman statue.
Can the statue be rotated?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I asked that actually.
The statue is in fact also does in fact weigh more than 10 pounds, if you can believe it.
Well, we still have the stone key. We can use that.
Uh-huh. Sure can.
What do you want from us, DM? Give us a...
What do you mean?
You seem to be feeling some strong emotions right now.
I mean, I'm having a good time,
Me
but at the
too.
same time, this feels like a very DM Googling puzzles for toddlers moment.
Oh, okay, so this isn't a puzzle, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what's probably up there? Something that is emitting all the acid.
You know what's probably up there? Shit ton of acid.
More acid
And,
is
like-
just coagulated.
And like just a shit ton of acid.
Oh, well then why did I face resistance?
Water. You move a stick through water, you're gonna experience resistance. There's drag on it.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't it eventually move all the way through?
Yes. But you were like feeling around in now.
Okay. Yeah, see, I misunderstood. I was trying to push it
Oh.
all the way through just to see if there's anything in there that would then be pushed out.
What, through the ceiling?
You Rayleigh means across the pool of acid, I believe.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, if there's something in the center of the acid, I would push something through the center of the ball of acid, which would then, by extension, push whatever's in the center out.
Gotcha. No. Okay, one, that was not very clearly conveyed to me. And two, even if that was conveyed to me, the torch just melted quickly anyway. And 3, there's nothing in the acid.
Yeah, okay.
Don't
you
you
saying
holds up a crowbar.
like I was,
I'm ready.
yeah, I was confused by you saying that there was resistance. That led me to believe, oh, there's something in there.
Water drag. You had already decided there was something in there. You had been actively figuring out how to get this mythical thing out of there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and your description didn't help.
You had already made your choices.
But I was asking questions, and your description didn't.
I described water drag,
Yeah.
man.
All right. Okay, we're done in this room. We're leaving.
Wait, congratulations. You solved the fucking toddler puzzle with your first fucking move. The box is enchanted, so, like, let me just show my hand here a little bit. The box is enchanted. If you can open the box through a number of methods, but if you open it in any way other than that stone key, it drops the acid on you. The acid is not a puzzle, it's a punishment.
Oh, cool.
And you guys solved it immediately. Incredible. I love D&D. You don't get shit like that in video games. Oh, wait, what bloody room are we in now again?
Oh, wait, weren't we already in this room?
Yes, you are actually. You didn't really come into this room. You just kind of, the last guy that you the last guy that you were chasing through the hallway and murdering in cold blood and self-defense, came down here, but you guys just ended up fighting in that hallway.
Oh, I thought I missed on the map. I thought this is the room we got the axe in and fought all the Gricks. But no, that was a different place.
Correct. However, hilariously enough, there is an axe in this room. There is a door in the south wall with a hand axe embedded in it in this room. Let's see. There are also multiple rows of old weapon racks covered in cobwebs. Many of these weapon racks have collapsed over time due to their own weight.
Now, not the last time I saw an axe embedded into something.
It was cursed as shit.
It was cursed as shit. What does this axe look like? You know, Dolce's gonna step into this room and take a closer look. She's like, oh wow, there's an axe buried in this door.
Spooky shadows.
This axe is not, in fact, casting spooky shadows. It is a crudely made axe with a stone head and a wooden handle. The stone head fairly crudely attached via twine strung around both poles. The twine is slightly frayed.
So probably not magical.
Sure.
Does it look like the axe is like attached to any like thin cords that are like attached anywhere, like a part of a trap?
Give me an investigation check for traps.
Okay.
You do not detect any traps.
Alright. Well, I guess we could take the axe and ask if it's magical later.
Dolce will, against my better judgment, grab the axe with the intention of adding it to her inventory.
You should grab it with the long sword hand just in case.
She's already whole.
Let me grab this random weapon with my free hand that does not have a cursed magical weapon. Can only end well.
Oh man, how could anyone have foreseen this?
Anyway, you grabbing the definitely not magical axe?
Yep.
Okay. Feel free to add one crude hand axe to your inventory.
One crude.
The weapon dislodges with very little resistance.
Alright, and there's otherwise a bunch of cobweb covered weapon racks and such.
Yep.
And do they have weapons on them?
Nope.
Alright. Well, can I look around the room to see if I find anything interesting?
Sure. You do not, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
The one time you get a 20 on that perception, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there are no secrets in this room.
Well, might as well keep going then.
DC 25.
And I'll use Mage Hand to open the next door.
All right. Mage Hand. As soon as anyone picks up Mage Hand, no one turns the doorknob anymore.
Correct. And for good reason.
I mean, yeah. The door opens into a 10-foot, into a square 10-foot, 10-foot square room. Jesus Christ. But with a 1-foot thick, 5-foot diameter stone sharpening wheel set up on the floor. There is
Sorry?
a stone pedal. There is a stone pedal next to the wheel.
No eyes that suddenly disappear.
No eyes that suddenly disappear.
Damn
Why would there
it.
be eyes that suddenly disappear? Eyes don't just randomly appear in empty rooms. That's silly.
I look over at Dolce, who's crying.
There's an eye next to Dolphin.
Incredible.
Well, you could use a sharpening wheel to sharpen your weapons.
Why would I need to? Oh, right. She looks over at the longsword that's in her hand. These are blades.
Amazing. I love it.
All right. Dolce will kind of like look over and she will do the Spider-Man looking at other Spider-Man pose with the fingers on her chin and trying to observe. Does the sharpening wheel look cursed?
Yes.
You, by any chance, know the spell Detect Calls?
Is that even a
Is
spell?
that even a spell? I don't
It's
think.
not. I don't think it is, anyway.
I don't
I'm
think it
looking
is.
up now, actually.
'Cause I know there's Detect Magic. I know there's Remove Curse, which I might have mentioned before, but is actually banned in my Curse of Strahd campaign. So we'll be banned for you all coming up on the line. Why is it banned? No, yeah, you know, no reason.
Uh-huh.
It's just because, there are so many spells in D&D that we had to take one out.
But, yeah. No, there is no actual Detect Calls spell, which is probably for the best. Regardless, it was a joke anyway, about, no, you don't get to know if it's cursed.
Okay, well, I would like to investigate just to make sure it's not trapped either.
Absolutely, go for it. You do not detect any traps, nor do you detect any curses.
Hmm.
For what little that does you.
Okay. Well, Dolce will take the scimitar and attempt to sharpen it.
Okay. So you would so just press down on the stone pedestal then, or pedal, rather.
Okay. Yes, I'll do so.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Seemingly, the mechanisms that operate this stone sharpening wheel have eroded over time.
Well, that's anticlimactic.
Yeah, see, this is why I stick to umbrellas.
I still just can't get over like you guys solving that fucking box puzzle immediately, evading the acid trap and spending 10 minutes investigating the acid. I love D&D.
You made it sound like there's something else in the room.
I agree.
I do not agree with that at all. You guys had already told me that there was something in that acid well before I had any say in that.
And you did nothing to dissuade that.
What am I supposed to do? I don't like the idea of, like, players are like, we want to investigate something silly, and then the DM is just immediately gonna be like, oh, here comes the fun police. Like, hey, there's nothing going on here. Shut up. Go back onto the railroad, asshole.
I left the room and you're like, wow, Silly Pickles is gone. I've never.
That wasn't a comment about you leaving something untouched. That was a comment on the fact that you're usually looking at a different tab, and your token is lagging behind when you guys are walking down a fucking hallway, and you just, for the first time in like the entire campaign, you just like zipped out. Silly.
Okay. Well, anyway, I guess to be thorough, I'll investigate this tiny closet with the sharpening wheel in it.
And another good roll. And unfortunately, another very wasted good roll. There is nothing else in here, unfortunately.
Well,
So unless you want to pop another use of the... I don't want to burn it through it so quick. I feel like this room probably doesn't have any...
I rolled a 24 perception check. There's probably nothing in here.
Full disclosure, the secret doors in the entirety of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage have a DC of 20 unless stated otherwise. So if you roll a perception, and they are only likely to be stated otherwise if it's easier to find them. So if you roll a 20 on perception and I say that you don't find anything, there is nothing now. Unless there is. I haven't read through the entire book. There might be like DC 25 secret doors, but... The point being, if you roll perception and one of you guys gets like 20 or higher, I recommend not using the Wand of Secrets, just because that would likely just be a waste.
Works for me.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess...
Yeah, before we step out of this room, out of the old weapon racks covered in cobwebs, is there anything that seems viable for use?
No, there are no weapons left in the room other than the axe.
Okay.
And you could technically salvage some of the weapon racks themselves if you had need to display weapons, but that I don't think that's what you mean by usable.
Correct. All right, then I'm ready to move on.
Yay.
Time to finally open those double doors.
Yes, the totally not suspicious double doors.
Alright.
Which I will do so from 30 feet away. Or I guess 25, whatever.
Give me a sec. Anytime you see double doors, you would really expect it to be something like huge and ornate, but guess not.
We found the bathroom. Fantastic.
Well, what I mean is I would expect that these doors would be too heavy for Mage Hand, but they are not. Well, they're not specifically noted as being too heavy. So, Silly Pickles, you're opening this thing with Mage Hand then? Okay. So, you're able to do so, but before you do, I need you to roll me 1d9. Figure it out.
What? I mean, that works fine. We're on roll 20, but what the fuck are you supposed to...
Barbarian of the Path of the Wild Magic asks for D3s, which I'm cool with, but like... Do I just...
That's easy enough to do. A D9 is not.
How's a D... Wait. How is a...
You roll a D6 and divide it in half.
Oh, I thought... Sorry, the thing that came in my mind was you roll a D4 and re-roll any 4s. So as a D for a D9, you just roll a D10 and re-roll any 10s.
This walks slightly different than how I had expected it to. Give me another second.
Are there physical D9s? I was literally just looking up physical D3s because I'm pretty sure there's been like a D&D meme about like every possible D and how janky some of them look. Dice, 3-sided. So I'm sure there are physical D9s. 9-sided dice. Oh yeah, the 3-sided dice, they kind of look like little garlic cloves. That seems to be the most common iteration of them I see. As far as 9-sided dice are concerned, they look interesting. I'm seeing a lot of D10s here. I am upset at so my phone is gonna be ask me this later. Be like, oh, Google rewards. You looked up something recently. What were you trying to go for? Google, I'm telling you right now, I looked up 9-sided dice. And 1, 2, 3, like a third of your results are D10s, and it literally says 10-sided dice, 10-sided decahedron. This is not 9-sided dice. I am upset 3 different ways. Not. Oh, I have seen spinning top type dice, especially for like the D4, like D6s and below. They kind of look like soccer balls. Like, if you took a soccer ball and, like, chopped off pieces like you were peeling it. Like, you know when you're, like, peeling potatoes? Imagine you had a soccer ball that was actually a potato and you wanted to peel off portions of it. That's what these D9s kind of look like to me. Oh, there are some top ones.
Lightning, Bailiff.
Yes.
One of you call head, one of you call odds, one of you call even.
I'll call it odds.
I guess I'll take odds. Okay, guess I'll take evens.
Okay. Bailiff's on evens, Lightning's on odds.
That's me.
Even it is.
Well, it was good knowing you,
Bailiff, I need a deck save from you.
It's nice knowing you, Bailiff.
Fantastic.
Sad.
What do I lose?
Everything. We'll do... As you open the door, a magical symbol that appears to... A magical symbol reminiscent of a volcano appears in the air in front of the doors. It glows orange for a brief moment, and then it glows orange for a brief moment, and then the space that Silly Pickles is occupying explodes with fire, dealing 17 fire damage to Silly Pickles.
Ow!
I'm glad it's you, not me. Because are you still alive or undead, or are you still conscious?
I have 13 health left.
Okay, just for the record, I would have died to that.
And Silly Pickles, one other thing. I'll need you to add a resource to your character sheet.
Ooh.
You gain a non-renewing, a strictly finite pool of 10d6s.
Ooh.
Up to 2 of these dice can be expended at a time and added to any damage roll that you make when you hit with a weapon attack. The damage added by these dice is fire damage.
Whoa, that's cool.
Cool.
Nice. You look over, Dolce's like coughing, and she has like her hand on her side. She's like coughing up. She's like, "Wow, oh man, that's so cool. I wish I got hit by that blast." I mean, not that she knows that right away, but
As soon as the fiery explosion of death centered on Silly Pickle's face fades away, so too does the glowing orange magical symbol in front of the doors, which, true to form, open into a very wide, large room
oh Christ,
filled with sand.
oh God.
All right. Well, before I forget, I'm going to use my last 2 hit dice.
Several sources of low rumbling sounds can be heard. One sounds reminiscent of a creature snoring. One sounds reminiscent of a creature growling, and one sounds reminiscent of a creature just making some random sounds as it's going about its business.
Snoring, growling, random business sounds. Got it. Coming from the room?
Coming from various points in the room. It's hard to pinpoint any of them, but they are not coming from a single source.
Let me just look at the rest of this map.
Whatever they are, they sound big.
Oh.
I cast Magi to look into the room.
I see the green eye from before, so that's where they've been coming from.
Not a thing you can do, is it?
I don't think so. I assume
Gotta
Brandon's
be-
just...
It's gotta
I was
be
just joking.
Shaw. It's gotta be Shaw. You're playing a made-up class. Who knows what bullshit Matt put in there?
That is true. Yeah, you could say I activate hydrogen bomb and it instantly explode. I'm like, oh, yeah, that checks out. I believe you.
There is one thing that I know. That Silly Pickles can do now that has yet to actually come up, but like, I don't know. Maybe she got some fucking feature that lets her like extend her vision into other rooms or something, like some kind of weird scrying ball or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just walked here.
I'm still excited
That's-
for what we talked about earlier, where it will turn out that Daffodil Silly Pickles just has the ability to permanently assimilate herself into Dolce's body, completely circumventing either of the Dolce's attempts to permanently own the body. I'm like looking it up right now, like a lingering soul. Matt Mercer said right here that you can possess Lightning's character forever and steal his OC from him. Christ. I think that would level the city. Maybe? Maybe not.
Good news, guys. We killed the Mad Mage.
Bad news. At least one other person has died as a result of our efforts. So I took a quick peek around our paths, and I don't think there's any other like immediate place to go nearby. So I feel like the correct
might as well
the
continue.
correct direction to go. I would like to continue, but I feel like I sure could use a bit of a breather before we enter this strange room. I don't know what's in it. Could just be sand.
It could technically just be sand.
Sleepy sand.
You know what?
Sleepy, big sand.
Dolce will at least walk up to here and try to see as far as she can from here, despite the fact she doesn't have dark vision, which I feel like means we won't see much. But she'll.
I assume you have your lantern equipped.
Oh yeah, what is the range on the hooded lantern again?
Okay, I will reveal up to 60 feet in from you. Okay. Unfortunately, Dolce is not able to see much. Silly Pickles, however, sees something big sleeping on the other side of that room in a nest of resting in a nest of torn fabric.
Hey, it's Mufasa.
Yeah, right. So I know what that is. At least I assume I know what that is.
I mean, you might.
Our new best friend.
It sure looks like a manticore.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, cool, a manticore. Actually, I don't know if Silly Pickles would know.
Who cares?
I have no idea what the fuck that thing is. But it looks scary.
I know what that thing is. What is it? Fucking terrifying.
And you said it's sleeping?
For now.
Well, we could try and sneak by.
Remember what I said. It sounded like you told multiple sources of sound, only one of which sounded like it was sleeping.
Right, the other sounds included people doing their taxes and other such business things. Perhaps we should come back later.
Growling.
One of them is... One of the sounds is just so like sharpening him up and saying, "Man, I sure do feel like killing the next two people who walk through this room." Wowee.
Yeah, there's another one just barely in the shadows right here, standing next to the door holding a sledgehammer above it, and just like you're like fucking
Yeah.
it as you walk through the door. Amazing.
Well, we don't have to. Okay, I would like to at least take a short rest in some sort of nearby room that is deemed fit for resting before we traverse this large sandy room with at least 3 creatures inside that we know of.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, probably not the acid room. Do we think would the room with the multiple rows of old weapon racks covered in cobwebs seem suitable to our party as a room of respite and rest?
Is that question directed at me or the other party member?
At you.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Seems good enough to me.
Okay. Well then, I'll head in there just to at least get a short rest in before we traverse the dunes of the dungeon dunes.
Alright, so the two of you are going to short rest in now?
Oh, I believe so.
Okay.
I mean-
That is a very unfortunate hit die roll.
I don't really stand to gain the benefit. I'm all out of hit dice, and I can use them whenever. But
Oh my god.
question:
Oh my god.
are any of the bandits we brutally murdered, are their corpses still lying around? Oh my god!
Okay.
Get fucked, man. Look at all those.
Oh.
Look at all them fours.
Ah.
Hell yeah. That's what you get.
For what?
I don't know.
Okay, that's valid.
So you get for having the audacity to be in this dungeon, I guess. Okay. By the way, is there anything else that you guys are doing during the hour that you're on your short rest?
I was gonna say, are any of those people we killed still lying around dead?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what a bandit's AC is compared to mine, but I figured if they had any armor.
Oh, okay.
I think you might have said that the gray guys weren't actually wearing clothing.
Correct. So the guy that is the guy that died closest to where you all would be right around here-ish, I guess. And yeah, this guy had nothing because he's not a human bandit wearing armor. Another guy died, I don't know, somewhere around like here-ish or something. He's just a regular ass bandit, and I think he was wearing leather armor. So, if you want to explain your fun new feature and give that leather armor a spin, go for it, and then you figure out what your AC would be from there.
Just regular leather armor. Gotcha. Well, it is technically an upgrade. Alright, at the end of the rest, Silly Pickles will come back into the room, and she's wearing armor?
You can wear armor.
Specifically, the leather armors that one of the bandits is wearing is now hovering around her, such that she is positioned as the head of this quote-unquote body.
Oh, that's cute.
And the rest of the armor is just floating around her as if she had a humanoid body. Look what I can do!
Oh, you can wear clothes. Interesting. Have you always been able to do that?
No, I just learned how.
Learned? Who taught you how to do that? Was it me? You know, since I'm so stylish, Dolce will like flick her ponytail.
Yeah, you do wear clothes, so I was able to pick up on that.
Nice. I'm glad that I could be a role model for you in this trying time. And she like goes over and puts her hand on Silly Pickles' shoulder. Does it like? I assume her hand stops at the armor.
Yeah.
Whoa. She like pats both your shoulders. Whoa.
As I understand it, that makes my AC go from 10 plus my dex mod to 11 plus my dex mod. So, I now have 15 AC.
Nice.
Yay!
Out of curiosity, what is your physical height in this form?
Probably about the height of the guy who was wearing the armor.
Okay.
As it is arranged in such a way that the armor would be arranged on the person it was made for.
I see. In that case, it feels pretty likely that you're now taller than Dolce. You, a ghost, wearing the armor of this dead person around you, is now taller. You're now the tallest member of the party. Putting Dolce
Possibly.
at third behind Blockhead, or second ahead of Blockhead.
Which is funnier, making it so that Silly Pickles is like just barely taller than Dolce, making it so that she towers over Dolce, or making it so that she's still substantially shorter than Dolce and is now like closer to the ground than she was when she was just floating.
Yeah, I mean, technically all the armor could just be like clumped up as tightly as possible, and she'd be like, goblin size or whatever.
Oh,
Well,
that's cute.
goblin height, but like still weird human proportions,
Oh,
like
no.
human breastplate, and then bracers just attached directly to the to the sleeves.
Yeah, that reminds me of the cursed Mario sprite they incorporated into one of the Mario Maker games, which was just
Yeah, weird Mario.
yeah, weird Mario, and that's just what I'm imagining now when I see Daffodil.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna say she's arranged roughly the size of just like a human bandit.
Dolce will ask if you can give her a piggyback ride.
I don't think so. I'm not very strong.
Oh, shame.
Now, this does actually beg the question. You're able to wear armor functionally. You did raise the question with me the other day in private if you would now be able to physically manipulate things in real time, just by basically moving around the moving the gauntlet's fingers if it had them anyway. And thinking on it now, I have to ask the question for the poltergeist, as your subclass for Lost Soul. Now that you have this feature, does it allow you to make weapon attacks without needing to fling them at people? Because if the answer is no, then I don't think that you are able to physically manipulate objects.
There's nothing that specifies that, or that I'm explicitly allowed to manipulate objects, so I guess the answer is no.
I'm gonna have to go with no then.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. While you were mastering the blade or whatever with the clothes over there, Dolce will attempt to attune to the most likely mundane crude hand axe.
Is that the only thing that you want to attempt to attune to?
Oh, perhaps.
You got an owl.
Was that?
You got an owl, so.
I assume this scimitar is mundane. Ooh, what about this green copper helm with a protective visor? I'll have her attuned to that as well.
All right. Unfortunately, they are all. Actually, give me a sec.
Okay.
So, you attempt to attune to the copper visor, the copper helmet with the visor, rather. The scimitar, and the hand axe. Were you attuned to anything else right now?
I'm not sure. Is the longsword attuned? The cursed
Nope.
one?
Nope.
I can't think of anything else. I don't have anything listed as far as attunement is concerned.
All right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't see
So the copper helmet and scimitar do prove to be mundane. The axe, however, does successfully attune as a magic item. I forget, if you attune to something without actually identifying it, do you still just get to know what it does?
Let me check.
I feel like it doesn't come up much because most people don't attune
Attune to random.
without knowing.
Yeah. I like the image that you pointed out. Dolce with a cursed item literally practically glued to her right hand reaches with her free hand for a crude hand axe. Surely this won't be cursed.
Anything else you want to try to attune to?
How much is it? 10 minutes per attunement?
I think it's an hour. So technically speaking, I think during a short rest, you can only actually try to attune to one thing. Or attuned to one thing anyway.
Wait, hold the fucking phone.
What's up?
What?
Uh,
I love that song.
The Identify spell is the fastest way to reveal an item's properties. Alternatively, a character can focus on one magic item during a short rest while being in physical contact with the item. At the end of the rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. Potions are an exception. A little taste is enough to tell the taster what the potion does. So anyone can use a short rest to identify a magic item, though it can't be the same short rest that you use to attune to it.
Really? Is that an official rule?
That's apparently in the Dungeon Master Guide, which I don't read.
Did it happen to Liz to Paige? I want to just confirm that, because that doesn't match up with anything that I've heard before.
I will look it up. Yeah, no shit. It's in the Dungeon Master Guide. Page 136.
Page 136. BRB.
Identifies one.
All right, I'm back with my DMG. Huh.
Nifty. So, yeah, fair enough. If you attune, good enough for me. If you're tuning to a thing, I mean, if you've already attuned to a thing, I might as well let you learn what it does.
And I guess I'll spend the short rest identifying the heart.
Okay.
That does technically require physical contact, which you can't do, but give me a sec.
Interesting. Looks like we've all been inadvertently playing with a variant for the more difficult identification variant. Wait, how have we been operating with the Identify spell versus curses?
Identify does not reveal curses.
Right, okay, cool. Just double checking. Since I'm reading that here too.
Alright, so, while I am definitely down with including this new ruling that we have been all collectively unaware of for years, this information unfortunately does not change anything regarding the helm. Nothing is revealed to you about the Halt and what it does and how it operates over the course of this short rest. Lightning,
Yes, that's me.
since you attuned to this axe that I've now determined is magical, you now have a crude axe of returning.
Whoa.
So this axe is magical for the purposes of overcoming magical resistances. It still just deals regular slashing damage as any other axe would.
It conveys a +1 bonus to attacks made with it.
Ooh.
It is a strength weapon. And it has the what is it? Thrown property. It has the thrown property with a range of 30/90.
Okay.
So you can, if you're attacking, you can attack something, you can throw it at something within 30 feet, and it'll be a normal roll, or you can throw it at something within 90 feet and have disadvantage. After the attack concludes, whether it successfully hits the target or bounces off or misses entirely, the axe will then fly back into your hand.
Nice.
And for convenience sake, it does return quickly enough that you can multi-attack with it.
Ooh, good to know. Cool. All right, I've written some stuff down. And what did you say it looked like again? It was like a crude hand axe, like fashioned together. Basically, it looked like someone had perhaps haphazardly constructed it.
Yep, it has a very basic wooden handle and a very simple stone head for the blade, and the stone head is basically just tied to the wooden handle with some fraying twine.
Okay. All right, I've written that down. Thank you.
You got it.
All right. Well, I think I'm done with my short rest.
Mm-hmm. Time to go die to some manticores.
Yep. Guess so.
All right, Dolce will pat Daffodil on the back now that you have one, and we'll say, why don't you lead the way once we get back to the desert room?
You got it.
Dolce will have her sword, I guess her axe at the ready.
Mm-hmm. I mean, your sword is technically always at the ready, whether you want it to be or not.
Right.
In the hour that you were sleeping, it seems that the manticore no longer is.
Hooray! Well, I'm gonna try and be stealthy.
Alright, well then, I'm gonna need a stealth check.
I will shortly join Daffodil in the attempted stealthiness. Probably when she gets there, I guess. And
Gonna be honest, that natural 1 doesn't bode confidence.
that's fair. Wowee, there's a fun stuff going on in here. Not that Dolce can see. Let me see. Loop. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Well, the good news is that Silly Pickles is able to make it about this fall without anyone noticing her. The bad news is that basically as soon as the I want to remind you glowing Dolce walks into the room, her 7 stealth does immediately give at least her away, which does, by extension, unfortunately,
give Silly Pickles away as well.
It didn't last long.
Jordan?
Imminent danger. I see.
As soon as Dolce walks into the room, the Manticores all stop what they're doing and stare at the two of you. Three of you if you include Blockhead. Down a little bit again.
Thank you.
They all seem to size you up for a split second, as though they're trying to determine who or what you are. But after a brief moment of doing so, evidently all three of them have come to the conclusion that whoever or whatever you are not to be left alive, and they all very quickly drop into aggressive fighting stances. The one up here, going first, takes to the sky.
We're fucking dead, by the way. I said we were.
So this Manticore up here will fly up 50 feet. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see. And this one is going to swing its tail at the two of you, and 3 spikes are going to fly off. 2 of which are flying at Dolce, 1 of which is flying at Silly Pickles. These are going to be resolved as their own individual attacks, so I'm going to do the first 2 on Dolce. Attack number 1. It's a 13, which I believe misses.
That's correct.
Attack number 2 as a crit for 25 piercing damage, as one of the tail spikes goes straight into your abdomen.
13 piercing damage, right? Just
Yes, 13 piercing damage.
all right. I will start working on adding that now.
And the last one is going to be targeting Silly Pickles. That's a 23 for 5 piercing damage, which will still be halved because this is non-magical. So you take 2 piercing damage. One of the spikes embeds itself straight into where your heart would be if you were a living being. And thankfully, it just does a little bit of damage to you. But that is its turn done. These 2 over here were seemingly fighting over whatever their last victim was.
Wonderful.
And this one drops the horribly mangled femur that it was holding on to, and similarly takes flight. Goes up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gonna go 30 feet forward and 50 feet into the air, and similarly, it's going to make 3 tail spike attack rolls in the same arrangement, 2 to Dolce, 1 to Silly Pickles. Actually, no. Strike that, reverse it. This one is doing 2 on Silly Pickles, 1 on Dolce. So, attack 1 on Silly Pickles. Another 23 for 3 piercing damage to you that time. Second attack on Silly Pickles. That one's a crit for 12 piercing damage, which gets cut in half. And lastly on Dolce. As an 18 to hit for another 8 piercing damage.
Okay, I'll apply that. Oh, did too much.
That is the end of its turn, and you two are up.
Okay. Well, Dolce will go 5, 10. Hiccup. Blockhead. It'll go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll use her action to dash. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I believe that's her turn.
Nice. Silly Pickles, you're up.
So the pixels will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess since my only means of physical interaction is Mage Hand, I guess I'd have to use an action to close the door.
Yep.
Which I will do.
A good call.
That's a good call, actually.
Alright. Successfully close the door behind you.
And I believe that's the end of my turn.
As you turn to face the doors to close them with Mage Hand, you notice that the third Manticore has taken flight and is just barely hovering above the ground, and it is charging straight for the door. And you close it just in time, Woo! And as you do, you just hear this very loud as the Manticore collides straight with the door. And you can hear it very angrily growling and roaring on the other side. Victory! You got out!
Yay!
Any battle you walk away from is a victory.
True, true.
Oh boy, I know we just had a short rest, but boy, am I
I need to get a Battle Victory song. Nothing hits as hard as like Final Fantasy victory music.
True.
My hand hurts.
Silly.
Gotta do something. Gotta do something to illustrate these sorts of things. So, fun fact, I kind of wanted to come up with a title for this particular stream that in some way alluded to that particular door being Sultan Death on the other side.
Ooh.
I couldn't think of anything especially great, and I didn't really want to risk spoiling it too much.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm glad that you guys managed to get out.
I'm glad too. Thankfully Braylov clued me into the situation because I was like, well, last time we fought a Manticore, we were like OP AF over at Ghosts of, or sorry, the last time we potentially encountered, well, last time we were within range of a Manticore, we were OPAF over Ghost of Saltmarsh, and I'm like, we are levels not there yet. 7?
I've never put you guys up against a Manticore.
We're level 6.
Thank you, 6. Weren't there like 2 or 3 in Mr. Dory's warehouse that we?
Yeah,
exploited?
yeah.
Oh,
I stuck by them.
yeah, you never actually fought one. The Manticores weren't even realistically like the threat in there.
Yeah, makes sense. If only I hadn't stepped on that squeaky toy that someone had carelessly left there right in front of Dolce's foot.
So, you have investigated all of the doorways through here. You've found some interesting magical items, one of which defies identification by non-magical means. And you have found a door that leads to certain death with 3 fucking Manticores. What are you gonna do now?
So I was looking over the map, and not counting, I'm trying to look at places we hadn't explored yet. I assume there's a portion of the map that's covered near Spider Daddy, because that's where those it was closed up because that's where those enemies we fought had like hidden, closed off. So I think we technically explored in there. As far as unexplored areas go, I feel like the only place that is visible on the map is south of where Dolce almost died. Back in the good old days where Silly Pickles was piloting her pretending to be Yeah. I think that's the only place that I see that is unexplored.
Yeah, so there are all places that are still unexplored throughout the dungeon, of course. But the only things that are currently not revealed that you have been to in the past are like the room that you found the stone key in and the hallway that loops around the 800 goblins that formed the scene from 300.
Right.
But like everything else that is currently like not revealed is space that you have not been to. Everything else that you have found has been explored.
Well, I kind of want to try identifying this heart, so maybe we'll stop by the shop.
I'm cool to stop by the shop.
Might also just be like a quest item that doesn't actually have any like explicitly magical properties, but it's just like here, whatever. But still, worth asking.
Indeed. You got the money for that.
Yep, we got 175 golden store credit.
Store credits. I'm proud of that joke. I can give you 15 gold, or I can give you 600 gold in store credit.
Fantastic.
And over fucking 1-ton pile of precious jewels. GameStop be like 750.
Ah, where's
Best I can
Dolce?
do.
Oh, there you are.
Best I can do is $10.
Was there anything up here?
Yeah, this is
It
the
was just,
is
it's
that
just a
hallway
room,
to
right?
the room where those
Down cave.
Yeah.
You guys have explored there. I unrevealed it because you haven't been there in a while. I don't remember more specifically beyond that though. The cocooned Kellum is still here, in case you were wondering.
was slightly curious.
DM giving us another opportunity to not let a guy die.
Oh, I don't want to upset Spider Daddy.
I like the spider more than I like Helen. And that's free, that's easy.
That's fair. I mean, like, you don't really have a reason to dislike Kellum, but
All right, Dolce will take a look at the. We'll go ahead and actually mess with the mechanism as opposed to letting Fiddle Mage hand it.
It's not really a mechanism here. It's just a trapdoor spider, like trapdoor. That being said, as you do mess with the door in any respect, it just kind of moves up, and the many legs of Grimvald the Merchant step out, and he greets the two of you eagerly again.
My favorite customers, welcome back. What can this humble merchant do for you?
As he says this, he bows a little bit, and you can hear, even from inside his bag of holding, a staggering amount of coins just
Nice.
clinking around against each other.
Nice.
Well, we found this weird thing that I assume is magical, so we figured we'd get you to identify it. And she's gonna mage hand out the withered heart.
That's a heart. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah, but it's still beating.
So it is. Very well. I will identify it for you if that is what you desire.
Yeah, sure.
Did you want to pay, or did you want to use your store credits?
I don't think I even have 25 gold pieces, so I guess I'll use store credit.
Very well, very well.
He holds the still beating heart in his long fingers. His eyes glow a faint green as he walks his magic. And he lets out a fairly unnerving chuckle.
This is an interesting one. This heart is likely not the original one that Black Cloak put in this dungeon. This heart has a very interesting effect. Should someone who still has a heart attune to this item,
Ooh.
their heart will trade places with the withered heart,
Ooh.
killing the creature instantly. And over time, their heart will shrink and wither and return to the state you see here, waiting for the next hapless adventure with delusions of grandeur and a thirst for power, to attune to an item they know nothing about.
Ha 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 ha.
Just ignore the fact that I was actively baiting Lightning into trying to attune to this.
Yeah, you
solo.
asked me that. I was like, I'm like holding 3 things. I'm like, oh God, I'm already trying to attune to 3 things here. What else do you want me to attune to?
So it's just a trap then, huh?
A trap, a wall, depending on circumstances, a way out. A way out of a deal one might be regretting, for example.
He looks knowingly at the two of you.
But
Oh, did we talk about that with you, or do you just happen to know that?
Happen to know what?
Alright, well that answers that question.
Dolce's counting on her fingers, but even if my heart gets... Wouldn't I just Huh.
You are not the first to walk these halls. And while I do enjoy your presence, I harbor no illusions that you will be the last.
That's fair.
I assume you won't take store credit for this.
I have no mercantile use for this.
Well, Daffodil, we could put it back in the box, or we could save it for a rainy day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess holding on to it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, as long as we don't actively hold on to it. Well, I'm glad we knew that. Anything else you needed identified while we're here? I think I'm personally good.
And that cost 25 gold?
Out of your store credit, yeah.
No. I think that's all we have.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I'm interested in purchasing anything else at this time.
That's not super surprising. I haven't added anything new to his stock yet.
Right. Okay.
I guess we'll bid the spider farewell.
Yes, itadakimasu and all that, yeah.
What?
I'll eat Kellum eventually, right?
Oh, he might.
But yeah, Dolce will bid Spider Daddy adieu.
Do you not know his name?
I know Gribble's name.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I can remind you, but I mean, if you just like calling him Spider Daddy.
Oh, Dolce
I mean, I
insists.
Dolce insists on calling him Spider Daddy. Okay. As you depart, he returns back to his little hidey hole.
Farewell, ladies. Until we meet again.
Farewell. Alright.
Oh shit, there's a new layout option for Roll20 for DMs that's just, it shows you all of the walls that you have for dynamic lighting. I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Huh.
Oh, it also even shows you, I think this is supposed to represent like what is and is not like revealed shadow-wise otherwise. I'm not 100% certain.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's not useful if you're not using that, but
Good to know.
And I assume we're still leaving Kellum to his fate?
Yes. Even if Kellum slightly moved in that state, I think...
yeah, he's moving around a little bit.
Christ. I'm just gonna, like... manifest as a ghost and push Dolce along.
Amazing.
I make eye contact with Silly Pickles and instantly disappear from existence.
Teehee. How are you doing for health, by the way?
I am below half, technically. Oh,
I am also below half.
wait, no, I'm at half, sorry.
I'm at 13 out of 49.
I sure feel like a 3 out of 17 chipmunks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I assume then, as I was about to ask where to now, perhaps, are you insinuating that we don't go to the places we have not traveled to yet?
I mean, they certainly can. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
You die.
Yes. And whatever consequences that has.
Like death.
Yes.
The Talos. Ever-growing, faint necromantic aura about you both. I mean, what?
I mean, what? Well, a shame none of us know detect magic. It is a shame.
Okay, you guys just meet an NPC later, cast detect magic in an area to cast detect magic to like figure out if there are like traps or anything, and they just kind of like look at you and they just like look visibly uncomfortable and it's just like, hey, how come you guys give off necromancy energy, huh?
Like blinding necromancy energy. It's like hard to tell where the other magic items are because of just how strong the aura is.
Exactly.
Okay, but yes, are you interested in long resting or for Brayla?
I mean, if the DM was allowed us to, that'd probably be a good idea. But
I'm not going to stop you guys from long resting. You guys are at very low health.
All right, then in that case, I'll go ahead and make my way back to our respawn point.
Necromancy or intensifies. Oh wait, I'm still got Grimvol's music on. It can be so easy to forget.
It is a banger.
I honestly kind of wish that I went with the more spider forward theme for Grimvol, but I feel like Lightning wouldn't appreciate that.
Oh, is that the same energy as that one Hollow Knight level where there's a lot of like chittering and
Kinda,
crawling?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We're level 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, that's something. Oh, I have to do some sort of Eldritch Knight thing down the line. I appreciate this music over that music. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's a banger.
Yes.
All right. My long rest has completed.
Congrats.
Oh,
and
then anyone need a break at this point?
long rest complete.
I think I am good without a break for the moment.
Me too.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Okay. So, what now?
All right. So, yes, indeed, what now? Would you like, Brayliff, would you like to... Because technically, I think we have not explored south of the 300 scene. Again, we've explored north of the 300 scene, even though it's blocked up. But like south of it, I don't think we've technically explored yet. So
Yeah, I'm down to go that way.
yeah. Great. Well, that's our new heading for now. I'd like to perhaps come back to the Manticore room when our luck is better when it comes to stealthing.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Yeah, zoom in a bit. I think I lost track of my token.
Oh, you're back at the start now, or back at the respawn point. Oh, this
Oh,
is a new one.
okay. Then it's just not showing up for me. I'm gonna refresh my page.
Weird. Good things and bad things about improving as an artist. I can now look at the drawing I did of Silly Pickles and be confident that I would make, if I did it again, I would make decisions that I think would stand the test of time a little bit better. Specifically, I would push the highlights and the shadows a little bit more, make them a bit bigger. So it's a good thing because I can like look at it and be like, yeah, I feel like that's a better approach to go with. But on the other hand, I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, I gotta look at it and be like, oh man, it's just this drawing that I'm not as happy with now.
Mhm.
Dang it.
Yeah, growth.
Both indeed. All of my oldest friends are very upfront with me about the whole, yeah, learning how to do art and improving, kicking and screaming all the way and being miserable. That's just the process. That's the experience. Full Bees Bro has said on multiple occasions that every time he learns how to do anything new with art, it's always a kicking and screaming process. Every single time.
Mm-hmm. I think this is OG Dolce's second time down these halls, because the first time was when we were kiting the Grix.
You didn't come this far when you were kiting the Grix.
Oh, I meant, but we had to get here in the first place.
True. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
That is true. You are correct. I'm a fool.
I got what you were putting down.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask Silly Pickles which direction she wants to go. I assume that Daffodil here wants to go down as opposed to up and then right and around, you know?
Yes, that's the answer. The hallway that you're traveling down ends at a door.
I expected another hallway. I wasn't expecting a door, actually. I was expecting either a longer hallway or a curve. I wasn't
They
expecting
can't
this.
all be hallways.
I know.
You gotta occasionally, like, to really make the hallways hit, you occasionally have to have them end in a door.
Right. We need the diversity.
You need the lows of a doorway to really appreciate the highs of more halls. We believe in hallway propaganda and superiority in this D&D stream.
All right. I guess I'll attempt to open it.
Just in
Great.
case. She will have a hand axe at the ready to throw. You
That's
know,
fair.
should anything
Moment.
hostile come through or appear.
have actually read this one in the past, but it has been a while, and there's actually a lot here, so I've gotta give this one a moment.
Okay. In that case, I'll probably.
And I didn't read this. Last night because I didn't really expect you guys to come this way.
Right. You know what? Completely valid. Like, I'm sure that you read it like back when we were literally traveling here, but then now that it's been weeks since then.
Yeah.
And, you know, our natural course of action was probably going to be to attack the Manticore room, like in general, and then probably explore one of these doors up here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So, yeah, completely valid, completely fair.
All right.
Cool.
There is more to read about this, but we'll wait until that becomes more relevant.
Okay, burn that bridge when we get to it. I got you. Oh.
Regret.
Oh.
You didn't see.
I saw nothing.
You didn't see shit.
I actually didn't see it.
And now just go make sure. Just gonna mute myself. Go pluck out his eyes. Okay. The doorway opens into a fairly expansive room. It's hard to tell what from here, but there are carvings on, but there is some amount of detail on the western wall, and you can hear shuffling and mumbling coming from inside the room.
Shuffling and mumbling.
As you enter the room, it's more apparent what the detail on the western wall is, which I think it says the western wall. Yeah, so this one. So, the western wall is detailed with a 30-foot wide floor-to-ceiling map carved into it. I could go into more details if you guys examine the map. Otherwise, I will leave it at that.
Okay.
And the shuffling and mumbling that you can hear, is plainly, evidently coming from the 10-foot wide square pit in the middle of the hall, in the middle of the room.
Okay. You know what? The pit is concerning, but Dolce will stand here and take a look at this map carved into the wall.
Alright. So, the map is a very elaborate image, and it acts as something of a cross-section map of the Undermountain itself, the mountain in which you now currently reside.
Oh.
Or rather, I guess you technically aren't actually in the mountain. No, you're not in the mountain, but Undermountain is the area that you're in. At the top of, at the top of the map fresco is what is clearly Mount Waterdeep and Waterdeep, the City of Splendors, as well at the top, and below it are 23 hollowed-out dungeon levels stacked below, clearly representing the dungeon of the Mad Mage in which you currently reside. There is the top layer of those 23 has a has a little diamond next to it, and carved in common or whatever your native language is, you are here.
Thank Christ.
The various every one of these every one of the 23 levels has something stylized to has some stylized imagery to represent it, but none of it is labeled beyond the "you are here" comment, and none of it is especially clear, with a few minor exceptions. 3 specific levels that stand out. On the 3rd level is a bas relief of a flaming skull. Next to the 16th level is a bas relief of a comet. And next to the bottom 23rd level is a bas relief of a tower with a tiny rune engraved above it.
Hmm.
Googling what a bas relief is again. But basically, a bas relief is just carvings on a wall. Specifically, the ones that are like sticking out from the wall. So like the wall has been carved around them or whatever.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Well, I do appreciate that you are here because I have been to too many malls recently where you go up to the directory and it doesn't tell you where the fuck you are, and it's really annoying. Just like, here, figure it out for yourself from where you came in and stuff. No fancy diamonds that says you are here. Well, I would like to write this down. You know what? It's at this point, I will kind of take a gander at what's going on in this pit over here.
Oh, excellent. I'm so happy. So
Yeah.
you're gonna go check out the pit?
Yes.
Sick. You walk over to the pit, you gaze down below, and in the pit, you see a lightly armored skeleton
Hmm.
that is pacing around and muttering to itself. When you, after a brief moment of examining it, the skeleton looks up at you, raises a single hand in greeting, and says, "Hail!"
Oh, hello.
Hi. A hopefully pleasant chat. I love this. You okay down there?
Well, I should say not. I've been down here for who knows how long, as you can plainly see by the state of myself.
Oh, heavens.
I would very much like to get out if I have the opportunity. What brings you two to this, fine place?
Daffodil, why don't you catch the fine fellow up?
Oh, you know, adventuring, treasure, discovery, curiosity.
Treasure, you say? Ah, yes. The sweet allure of witches has led many to these cursed halls, myself included.
Huh. Is there... I'm sorry, could I ask for clarification on... Is this lightly armored skeleton... Is the armor golden, and is the skeleton also yellowish in color?
That is stylization.
Hmm.
In the actual token, the answer is yes. His bones have yellowed with age, and in the actual token, yes, the armor is gold. That does not accurately represent what you see before you heal.
Oh, okay.
This skeleton is currently wearing, let's see what specifically. wearing some pretty shabby leather armor that you can surmise he might have picked off of. He potentially might have picked off of the other skeleton that's down here that is not walking around and mumbling to itself. And is otherwise naked. It's very indecent, honestly.
Oh yeah, very indecent. I'm gonna hold up my hand so as to not be subjected to the indecency of that other skeleton.
Heaven forbid that the children see a pelvic bone.
Oh no. Oh, but yes, what brings you here? Dolce will ask.
Indeed, I am an adventurer by trade as well. I had a falling out with the rest of my party, and, well, you see where I am now.
How deep is the pit?
Pit is about, let's say, 15 feet down.
Oh, 15 feet. Oh.
So you fell down here and died?
I don't have any memories of falling down here, so I have to assume that I was dead before I was pushed down here.
Ah.
Oh, you were pushed down here. How tragic. Who pushed you?
As I said plainly, the rest of my party.
What'd you do to make them angry?
I merely asked for what was rightfully mine, an equal cut of the treasure that we have found. The cads were clearly holding out on me, squirreling some away when I wasn't looking. And when I asked after it, was but mere moments before I could feel the cold sting of a dagger in my side.
Can I get a read on this guy, see if he's telling us the truth?
I would also like to get a read on this individual.
Yep, go for it.
Wow, look at you.
Very impressive, Foles. So, you get the sense that this is the story, but it is very obviously one person's perspective of it. Nothing that he has said reads as a lie. But there is something of an this is a very one-sided story, and while in your short times as adventurers, while it is certainly not unheard of to find party members who will kill you as soon as you ask about treasure, it's a little unlikely for your entire party to be made up of people like that without you knowing ahead of time. So, you don't get the sense that this guy is lying to you, but you do get the sense that things might not be quite as cut and dry as, we found treasure, people were hiding it from me, I asked for my share, and I was killed for it immediately.
Okay. Well, I'd like to ask this individual. All right, well, if we see your party members, perhaps we can give them a what for? What do they look like? We'd like to keep an eye out for them.
Let's see. They looked like progress bar appears in front of his face as I read up the descriptions.
What lovely music.
Thank you. You can thank Waylif for its selection. I had him pick between a couple for me last night. This was the thing that I was hoping you might get to soon, but I didn't expect it today, which is nice.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, let's see. My party was made up of a shield dwarf named Copper Stormforge and two humans named Midma Talbarth and Rex the Hammer. Though in days before my confrontation and end, we also had one
We also had a man named Kellum in our employ, though he seemed to have gone missing somewhere in the dungeon a few days prior to this. I do hope he's all right.
Small world.
Sorry, Dusty. Up here?
And what did you say your name was?
My name is Yawain Hemet.
Ooh.
It is a pleasure to meet you. What may I ask are your names?
I'm Daffodil Silly Pickles.
And I'm Dulce de Leche, but you can call me Dolce.
Fine names indeed.
Thanks, Wayne. Same to you.
Thank you. Picked it out myself.
Oh, from... You know, like, can't help but point towards the other skeleton, or...
What?
No,
How would I have taken a name from a skeleton?
Dolce shrugs. I don't know.
I immediately forgot his name. What did you say it was?
Yawain Hemet.
Alright, see how my spelling was. Here, I'm gonna... Oh, hey, I got the last name right. I have an extra U, and I don't have the E. Okay, cool.
I almost put an E between the Y and the W, but I kind of like it better this way.
I like it this way. This is what I had.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I definitely like it without the thing in between.
Yeah. Now, I do hate to impose on the kindness of strangers, but if you wouldn't mind fishing me out of this pit, I do believe that I could be of assistance to you in whatever your goals are.
Ooh. Ooh. Wait. Ooh.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I get the distinct feeling you're not telling us the entire story of how you got down there.
Dolce is already like wrapping rope around a long thing. She's like, huh? Oh.
Your words wound me, Miss Daffodil. I have told you the truth of it. My party members and I, admittedly not close friends, met in the tavern above. Some time ago. I have lost track. Time tends to lose meaning when you have nothing to do and no reason to keep track of it. I can only imagine it's been some time as given my state of it, but who knows for sure.
Hey,
we met in the tavern above, primarily motivated by finances, primarily motivated by the treasure that surely lurked below. And when I asked for my share, believing that my party members were holding out, an argument broke out, and evidently, I was considered the weak link in the group. Surely the others in the party, among the, what are these fuckers called? Surely the others among the fine fellows of Daggerford, as we called ourselves in our brief service in this dungeon, would tell the story differently. But I speak no untruths or ill will. Aside for those in my party.
Oh, I believe that you're not lying. I just feel like you maybe aren't telling us the whole truth.
I'm unsure what more information I can give without having been able to know the motivations of my comrades.
well, Daffodil, we could use the assistance. But, of course, Yuan, I'm sure you must understand, sometimes we ladies have lady things to take care of and would appreciate privacy when we do such things. Nods.
I am a touch unclear what you might be referring to.
Hmm.
My mind immediately goes to monthly cycles, but I doubt that is what you're referring to in this scenario.
Right. Sorry, hold for a moment. Dolce will like come over here and, and gesture Silly Pickles over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think this person can make a valuable addition to the party, but I have reservations about this person knowing where we tend to lay our head, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
I admit I do have a bit of sympathy for someone who died in this dungeon and is still roaming the halls.
like us.
Well,
Sort of.
yeah.
Roaming the floor, roaming
Yeah.
the pits.
So even though I don't entirely trust him, I think we can give him a chance.
Yeah. Just gotta set some ground rules. Would be nice to have another body around to help out with whatever needs to be done, especially since you can't. Well, I guess you can kind of interact with some things now. Maybe not. She looks over at like Daffodil, like wearing the armor. Just, I don't want to think about the implications of someone. There's this term that the girl in my head keeps using called spawn camping. I don't know what she's talking about. I just don't want us getting spawn camped, apparently, is what the situation is. So I just...
God, is that what you were getting?
Yeah. I didn't want him to know about our respawn. Not only the mechanic, but where we respawn. That's all. Dolce has inherited my innate desire to make things that aren't as bad sound worse than they actually are.
Amazing. Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck you were getting.
Yeah, I wasn't very clear. It's completely valid.
Lightning, are you straight up like telling this guy like, hey, we might not want a dude joining our party for reasons of periods? And I'm just like, I'm not sure how this is super relevant in D&D of all things, but you know, whatever. I have certainly heard stronger explanations for refusing an NPC into the party, but whatever bloats your goat, I guess.
Amusing saying.
Thank you. I thought of it when I was like 13, and I have never gotten over it. And I never will stop using it.
Nice. I may sprinkle that into the conversation myself every now and then.
Kind of like how one time in The Nanny, I heard the phrase "cross that bridge when we get to it," toned into "we'll cross that bitch when we get to it," and that is the only way I use that phrase, unless I am in the presence of a child or in a context in which I cannot swear.
Amusing. I use the burn one all the time instead of the burning bridges and cross that bridge when we get to it. I say at least once a week we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
I know, I love it. It's great. It's always amusing when you say that.
Thanks. Actually, I think usually the context is D&D, like even if it's not our sessions.
Probably.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Dolce is not opposed to joining, but it seems like Daffodil probably has the most reservations out of them two and Blockhead.
I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Let's see where this goes.
All right, Dolce will come over, and she's in the middle of, should the DM allow it, me fashioning some sort of makeshift fishing rod by like wrapping the rope to the end of some sort of, I don't know, the scimitar or the crowbar. The crowbar. With the intention of allowing the rope to be held over the pit, so she can finally do some fishing, which I'm really excited about because there was one comic that Dolce starred in where she was just, I think it was like a Stardew Valley comic or something, but like she had a fishing rod, and I'm like, I am going to make sure that she gets some fishing in sometime, and here we are, finally getting her fishing in. Very happy, chuffed as cheese or whatever it is the British say. And she'll kind of like ask Daffodil if she wants to make the final, like Dolce is also willing to make the final words like to this person before we pull them up, like set anything straight, like, hey, we'll, you know, like temporary basis or keep you on for now.
All right, we're gonna help you out. Just please don't betray us or go on a killing spree, or just be a good guy. All right. I'll be very disappointed if you make us regret this.
While I certainly understand your reservations, please be at ease. I mean you no harm. I will, in the interest of our in the interest of benefiting our partnership, I will be honest with you before I accept your invitation of this rope. Should we encounter the rest of the fine fellows of Daggerford, I shall like to have some violent words with them.
How about we have words with them first, and then, assuming everything you said checks out, then we have violent words with them together.
Hey, what color is Midma's hair? Dolce will ask.
I believe it was a combination of green and purple.
Oh, interesting.
Please note that down because I will forget.
Oh yeah, I've written it down. Don't you like glares at the camera? Only I can have multicolored hair around here.
I'm the DM. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh no, I'm very excited for this journey. She's just saying that so I can give her some silly motivation moving forward. And as long as she's not the redhead, so we're good.
Nope, don't worry. I have vague other plans for that character.
Oh no.
We're casted by a red-headed skeleton. That's actually Ewain. Ewain is the redhead that you encountered.
Plot twist.
Also, to explain my capabilities a bit, in life I was a cleric. Though my experience down here in the pit suggests that I no longer have access to my clerical powers. Perhaps I've been abandoned by the gods, or perhaps the undead simply cannot access such gifts.
Interesting. If you don't mind me asking, would you happen to remember or have any symbols remaining of your former or current or former deity?
In this state, I feel I have no strong need for religion. Truth be told, I was one of many who flocked to religion for fear of death. It is long beyond that. I am long beyond that at this point. Whatever happens, happens.
I feel like we have a lot in common, Ewain. She nods.
And I forget, did he respond to my offer of like, you will talk to them first and then beat them up?
I thought we were talking to them first, right?
We didn't have the option. I didn't really get to respond to that.
Oh yeah, because I interjected with my less important question.
I wouldn't necessarily say less important.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Crap, shit, what just happened?
What's up?
I tried to close out of an ad for the Elder Scrolls Online, and it just immediately like opened and then closed a window.
Yep.
I'm like, well, I'm dead.
Well.
I'm also trying to find out what the symbol of this guy's god would be. Oh, there it is. Oh, cool. Various depiction. Thanks. Great. Very helpful.
Thanks.
Well, to answer your respective question, did you ask in character if he had any symbols left?
Yes.
Okay. To answer your various questions, it seems that my compatriots and the fine fellows stripped me of my equipment before throwing me down here, hence the sorry state of the armor that you see before you. Which did include, it seems, my holy symbol of... How do you pronounce this fucking character's name? Okay, there we go. Which includes my holy symbol of my now former goddess Joaquin.
Well,
So I do not have my symbol on me any longer. As for your tomes, Daffodil, I am not especially pleased with them, but I will accept.
ooh.
No, that works for me then.
All right. Dolce will kind of cast the line, see if she can fish up a man or something. Oh, but I guess she'll have to fish up the skeleton while she's at it.
Amazing.
She'll actually kind of ask casually, "Did you know that skeleton next to you?"
When my party and I were camping out here before my death, the skeleton was already down here when we found it. When we found this room. Potentially some other previous adventurer victimized by their own party. Or possibly someone killed by one of the many monsters in this dungeon. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
So you throw down the rope with the crowbar as a fishing line?
Yes.
Incredible. Well then, Yuane takes hold of the rope and the crowbar. And are you pulling them up?
Yes, I'll try to assist. I kind of was imagining the crowbar on top like the rod, but it kind of makes it easier for... I think it makes more sense for it to be at the bottom. So like he can hold on to it, I can just hold on to...
Whatever works.
Okay, I'll like...
As long as there's rope.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll like tie something at the end, both ends basically. So I'll pull on my end. So I'll roll whatever needs to be rolled.
Cool. Well, he is assisting, and I don't necessarily want to gate this behind a check or anything. So, Yuane manages, with your help, to climb out of the pit. And now we get his theme.
Ooh. Wayne Hammett. Let's heckin' go. I am digging this track.
So once Yuane is out of the pit, you get a better look at him. The bones that make up his skeleton are aged to the point of being fairly yellow in color, distinct from other, almost gold in nature.
Nice.
Possibly due to his religious affiliation with Joaquin. Who knows? His very distinct bones are in a couple places actually poking out through the frayed leather armor that he wears. He carries on him no weapons, though he has very tough-looking gauntlets that are part of the leather armor he was wearing. Perhaps the skeleton in the pit he took this leather armor from was a monk who fought unarmed or something.
Well, you have quite the getup there, Yuane. I was about to ask if you needed some sort of weapon or something, but do you punch people? What's your shtick?
Well, back when I was alive, I actually was adorned with the finest of polished gold plate mail and carried with me a very distinct silver-plated greatsword with very distinguished silver-plated greatsword with no point to it, merely a square blocked off, and I believe was once used as an executioner sword.
Oh,
Cool.
I would very much like to get these both back, though I imagine that after my death, the fine fellows might have taken them off of me for the purpose of selling them later down the road. Surely they would look valuable. Truth be told, they're not especially valuable. It's all mundane equipment. I didn't own anything of magic.
wow. Executioner sword. That sounds pretty metal. I'd love to get you your. Wow, you sound quite stylish there. I want to get those back in your hands.
If we can manage to, I would certainly appreciate it. In the meantime, while I certainly can subsist, while I certainly can contribute to combat with fisticuffs, it's not ideal. Capabilities limited, of course, you know. My new undead form definitely has many benefits, though. As I have determined by previous encounters with other less accommodating adventurers, I am fairly resilient.
Well,
Do you have a? Is it a great axe? That was originally the Blinder's boon.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot you had that.
Me too,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah. Solid Pickles will say, I think we have a great axe if you want to use that. I don't know if clerics. I don't remember if clerics. They're probably not proficient in martial weapons.
He's not really a cleric.
Okay.
Former cleric.
Like, he was in life.
Fair enough.
His base stat block at this point is that of a revenant. This is not a character of my own creation. I have co-opted him and changed him to be something more compelling
Heck yeah.
for me personally.
Heck yeah.
Like Artemi.
Right? Maybe?
Yes.
Perhaps? Yeah.
Kind of like Otemi.
Heck yeah.
Though this guy's not going to be a merchant.
It's okay.
Otemi. Anyway, Otemi was a merchant character. He was a skeleton alchemist that was originally like just a generic ass enemy in Ghost of Saltmarsh, the last campaign that I ran, and he turned into a vendor who sold fairly basic magical items, and then expanded into selling any magical items that the two of these guys missed in an adventure, on the off chance that they did. That way it wouldn't be completely just missable loot. That didn't actually happen all that much, and eventually they just left Saltmarsh, and it became less feasible to have them go visit Otemi. But yeah.
Am I allowed to look up a Revenant stat block, or should I not?
Yeah, don't look it up. Why? What information are you trying to get?
I was just curious. I'm pretty sure I know that generally they're like vengeful and evil and shit, but
Correct. I should say that this guy, while mechanically, technically does function as a revenant, he is not a revenant for the purposes of like everything. It's everything that fact has gone for it.
I gotcha.
Well, happy to have you on the team. Dolce will hold out her hand for a handshake.
It is a pleasure to be acquainted, and hopefully we will have many joyous adventures to sing about in the taverns above.
Ooh,
He takes your hand and gives you a very firm handshake.
nice. Excited.
So you're giving him the great axe?
Yeah, if he wants it.
Sure.
Question there, Yuen. Are you capable of seeing despite lack of light? You know, in case something untoward were to happen and my hooded lantern should, like, no more light. Words. Would you be able to see?
Indeed. I am capable of what you would call... I am capable of seeing in the dark. Up to a range of 60 feet.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for undead, I think.
Man, I feel kind of left out now.
Good. I mean,
Don't you sit here and say, man, I wish I were undead.
that can be arranged. Anyway,
I know it can be arranged. God. Like, Lightning, what were you expecting out of this journey? Well, I wasn't expecting my OC to become undead, that's for sure. Oh, well, while we're here, Yuen, any thoughts on this map here? I see that, the Daffodil, I actually haven't talked to you about this yet. It looks like this castle, I'm sorry, where did that come from? This dungeon has at least 23 separate floors.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
well, as you can plainly see, I have not explored beyond the first floor. I was admittedly quite shocked when we got here to determine, to discover that this dungeon does in fact have 23 floors to it. It's a fair bit larger of an undertaking than I or any of my compatriots had anticipated. Though, truth be told, we didn't exactly come down here with the intention of clearing the whole place out. It's treasure, yes, but...
Right. A lot more going on down here than I thought.
Yeah, this first floor seems pretty cleaned out. We've only found a few things.
Indeed, it was largely cleaned out by the time we arrived as well. On that note, if we are to be a merry band of adventurers, I would like some amount of the treasure.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yuen was saying, we are a merry band of adventurers, but my mind was going, married? Married? Oh, Lord. I mean, I know I move fast. I know I am planning to order some Fire Emblem Engage rings from Etsy soon, but wow, this individual moves fast. But then merry band, I was like, okay. I see what's going on here.
U-Haul just crashes into the dungeon.
Silly Pickles will say, you said there was one other guy in your party who left before you got murdered?
Yes. Kellum, I think he I think he was titled Kellum the Weasel when we met him above. I believe we largely hired him for the purpose of helping us discern the presence of traps. We did not have a rogue among our number. I don't think.
And this guy wasn't in the party when you were betrayed, so you have no strong feelings toward him?
No, not really. Yeah, Something of a coward, that one. We got into a fight that we didn't end as quickly as normal, and by the time the smoke cleared, Kellum was gone.
Yeah, right. Dolce, I think we can tell the story, right? It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ran into him actually.
Indeed. How does he fare?
Well, we attempted to escort him to the entrance of the dungeon, but as we arrived, we were attacked by a flesh golem. We managed to defeat it, but he ran away, and we later found him bound up by a spider merchant that exists on this floor. Still there, as far as we know. I don't think he's dead yet, but we didn't go out of our way to free him.
I see. It's good to hear that Grimville is still in Solace.
Oh, you know him too.
I imagine that most adventurers who last more than 20 minutes down here must meet him at some point. Adventurers are an excellent source of treasure for both the economy above and any down below.
Nice. Cool. You're already acquainted.
Yeah. Our thought process was we kind of like Grimville more than we like Kellum, so we figured we would just leave him to see what happens to him.
That's kind of fucked up, if I'm being honest. Though, truth be told, I do not have any desire to engage in combat with Grimville.
You know what? I just didn't want Grimville angry at us. I think that was a primary selling point of. There's a lot going on. Look, we did our due diligence.
The DM probably made him like really powerful, so that we couldn't just kill him and take all his stuff, right? So like.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
I have seen what that merchant has done to those who got a little too greedy with him. Believe me, I don't think we want to end up in Kellum's shoes at this point. And I can say from experience that death is not quite as bad as one might expect.
Dolce's eyes grow big.
Join the club.
Oh yes, exactly. You know how.
Dolce feels left out again. I'm really amused.
Dolce just getting angry at Dolce just getting angry at Silly Pickles. Like, God damn it, I've died just as many times as you have.
I think she's more upset at just being. She wants to be part of the club. You know, she feels like. I mean, sure, she's died X many times, but like, she's still like alive as a person, as a body. But then, like, look, we have a skeleton and a ghost. Man, she could be like the Roddy Tops or something. You know, like, man, imagine the growth.
Imagine, like, I'm just imagining, like, a bunch of undead going to, like, a support group for the newly risen or some shit, and then, like, Dolce just walks up and she just gets kicked out. And she's like, guys, come on, I've died, like, 3 times. I've been revived, but, like, I get that I'm not undead, but, like, I've died and come back. I've got trauma I need help with. I need support with this. And it's just like, yeah, sure. Why don't you look, kid, why don't you go take a walk? You've still got 2 legs and a heartbeat. What's stopping you? And it's just like, God damn. No one takes your trauma seriously. Just still alive, not undead.
It's okay, Dolce. I'm sure you'll come undead for real sometime, maybe.
Found your fucking cow. Don't do a ghoul.
It's okay, Dolce. This is for the greater good. It's for the views, the clout, whatever kids are interested in these days. Okay. Well, I've shaken Yuan's hand. We've discussed about the map. Daffodil, any more questions for Yuan before whatever's next?
I think I'm good.
Awesome. Before we set out, while I know that this dungeon is awash with secret doors, my party and I were able to discover this one to the on the southern side.
Wow! Nice, exciting.
Though, as I said, we had to hire out a rogue to our party, so we were not able to discover many on our own otherwise. I believe we largely got lucky in discovering this one.
Well, given your familiarity with this dungeon, would you say we should go for the secret door first, or this door over here? And Dolce gestures towards the door to their east.
Secret door. Secret door.
Okay. Go for secret door. Dolce looks at Blockhead expectantly.
We did not explore the secret door to the south, though, so I do not know what lies beyond, unfortunately. I know that there is. I have heard rumors that there is extensive. I have heard rumors that there are extensive tunnels and corridors to the immediate north of here, but we were not able to find any ourselves. So I unfortunately do not know what lies beyond either pathway.
Well, it sounds like the votes are in, and let's check out this secret door that you and your party discovered before we progress through the main path.
Main path. It's cute.
Yeah.
How long did we want to go tonight, by the way?
If we could, I mean, I'll defer to the DM. If we could stop here, I'd be cool with that.
I'm fine with stopping here if you want.
Yeah, I probably.
Works for me.
I mean, I am very excited to have you in the party, but
Me too. This is gonna be fun.
All right. Well, it sounds like we are calling it there for the night then.
okay. Well, I'll go ahead and put this back under then. Thank you for session. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Had a fun time with it.
Okay. I guess I will then so won't be able to do this Friday, but I believe we're good for perhaps Wednesday and Friday of next week.
Wednesday and Friday.
Let me double check my
Yeah,
schedule.
I don't think that we have anything. I don't think that we have anything that will impede that.
Okay. Yeah, good for Wednesday. Should be good for Friday. I'll let you all know if anything comes up. Yeah, so we'll resume Dungeon of the Sad Sage next Wednesday. And then after that, Journeys to the Radiant Citadel next Friday, but not this Friday. So as far as D&D is concerned, we will catch you all in a week.
See y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
See
you
you
all
then.
next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.